Good morning. My name is Rob Thacker. I'm the music director here at St. John's. Please rise and body your spirit as we sing our gathering hymn. Sounds kind of loud today, the mic. 301, Touch the Earth, Reach the Sky, and note we will be singing verses 1, 2, and 5.
Hello, there are several announcements for you to be aware of today. Some are in your order of service. First, tonight is a Cincinnati String Project fundraising concert. All proceeds will direct the CSP's education programs that provide free lessons and coaching to Title I schools. It's at 7 p.m. right here tonight. Next Sunday, we will not be here. We're joining all the other UU congregations at First Church in Avondale, just off Reading Road on Linton. That's also in your order of service. We are having significant budget discussions in the next couple of weeks because we need everybody to be aware before the annual meeting, May 31st, what we're talking about. So that's on the yellow paper in your order of service. If you brought extra flowers today for our flower communion and you want to share them, please place them in vases at the back of the sanctuary. For those who might be new to this, we'll be explaining it during service. It's a really nice old tradition, and you will be able to pick up one to take home later on in this service. Amara and Rich have announcements for us now.
Hello, everyone. Today is the day that we pagans at St. John's help you guys celebrate with a maypole. We have a giant stick and a crown of flowers that all need to be carried outside, and then anyone who wants to can join us in a maypole dance. Instructions will be provided outside. So after service, we're gonna need 4 people, around 3 people with pretty strong backs to help us with the pole. It's not that heavy, but we do need kind of 3 people to help with it, and then 1 to carry the giant crown thing. So if you're feeling like helping out, please do. There will be music and dancing afterwards, and then after that, we'll be coming back inside to roll up the ribbons and get everything packed away. So you're free to stay, help out, or just enjoy the celebration. So don't miss it. Bye.
Okay, I have a quick announcement about coffee hour. As you've heard me say before, every 3 months or so, Jeff always needs help after sort of later on in the coffee hour with all the cleanup. And there's on the bulletin board, there's a sign-up sheet. Please commit to coming to 1 or 2 and helping Jeff clean up after the church service. And also, if you happen to be at coffee hour and you look in and the kitchen there, and he's working all by himself. Just offer to help him out a little bit, and thank you very much.
I want to invite you to join me in reciting the Unitarian Universalist value of pluralism as our chalice lighting today. We celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We covenant to learn from one another in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We embrace our differences and commonalities with love, curiosity, and respect. Thank you.
And now your formal welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Claire Wagner. It is my joy to be the worship associate today and to welcome you to St. John's Unitarian Universalist Church. Here, we are a community of love and courage, companions on the journey of life. You are welcome here, whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever joys or burdens you carry. You are welcome here if you are certain or questioning, hopeful or heartbroken, grounded or searching. We honor the richness of our community's diversity, racial, cultural, economic, of age and ability, of gender identity and sexual orientation, of belief and doubt. Each of these is a gift that strengthens the whole. This morning, we will celebrate our flower communion, a beloved Unitarian Universalist ritual in which each person's unique gift becomes part of a shared beauty. Whether you brought a flower or will receive one, you are a part of this offering. If you are a visitor, please take a moment to fill out a gold Connect card, which are in the backs of some of the chairs in the sanctuary or at the welcome table just outside the doors. There's much happening in the life of our congregation. You can learn more in that order of service and on the screens or boards in our fellowship hall or our lobby. For now, please take a moment to silence your phones, settle into this space, and know that you are welcome. Edie, I think we have the singers. Please join me in the affirmation. This is the mission of our faith, to teach the fragile art of hospitality, to revere both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to witness to all that we must hold the whole world in our hands.
I want to invite the kids and anyone else who would like to come forward for our Time for All Ages. It's an exhausting day, huh? Kiddo. I feel it. Everyone's tired. So we're telling the story today of the flower communion, and we are doing a flower communion as well. How many of you have been to a flower communion before? Most people. Even Addie. Most people have been to a flower communion. So in the city of Prague, does anybody know where Prague is? Czechoslovakia. The year was 1923. That's more than 100 years ago. Right? Exactly, a long time.
103 years ago.
103 years ago, that's right. Good mathing. And there was a building, but it didn't look very much like a church. It had no bells and no spires, no beautiful windows. It had no organ to make music. It didn't even have a piano. It had no carvings of wood or statues. It had no candles, no chalices, and it had no flowers. It did have some things. It had 4 walls and a ceiling and a floor, kind of the basics for a building. It had a door and it had some regular windows. It had some wooden chairs, and that was all. Except the church also had people who came to it every Sunday. And it had a minister, and his name was Norbert Kapek. He had been the minister at that church for 2 years. And every Sunday when he went to the church, he spoke and people listened. And when he was done speaking, people talked a little bit among themselves. And then they went home. And that was all. No music, no candles, not even food, not even coffee or treats. I know. Everybody's appalled. The boring church indeed. And springtime came to the city of Prague, and Reverend Kapek went out for a stroll. The rains had come, and the birds were singing. We like birds singing. And the flowers were blooming all over the land. So an idea came to him, as clear and plain as day. So the next Sunday, he asked all the people in the church to bring a flower or a budding branch or even a twig. Each person was to bring one. What kind, they asked? What color? What size? You choose. You choose what you like. And so the next Sunday was the first day of summer, and the people came with flowers of all different colors and sizes. There were yellow daisies and red roses. There were white lilies and blue asters, dark-eyed pansies and light green leaves. pink and purple, orange and gold. There were all these colors and more. Flowers filled the vases, and the church wasn't so plain and simple anymore. And Minister Capek spoke to the people while they listened, sitting quiet and still in those hard wooden chairs, and said, these flowers are like us. Different colors and different shapes and different sizes, needing different care, but each beautiful and important and special in its own way. And when he is done speaking, the people talked a little bit among themselves. And then they each chose a different flower from the vase. And when they went home, and after all, it was a beautiful and simple day. That ends. That ends. Our order's a little odd today, so we're going to go ahead and do the singing so they can pick up the food and stuff. Does anybody have food you'd like the kids to pick up? A couple people? Woven into the core of everything we do is the care we hold for one another as a community. Here at St. John's, we honor our joys and concerns by coming forward to place stones representing all that we carry into the sand that represents the many and unique parts of our beloved community over all the years we have existed. If you would like a joy or concern to be read, please leave them on the table. And if you're online, please enter the joy or concern in the chat that you would like shared, and we will read them all at the end. we place a final stone and light a candle for everything that we hold together as a community. We have a few spoken, looks like joys today. And we offer love to both those running the Flying Pig today and those who are unable to join us in person because they are trapped at home by the Flying Pig today. And gratitude to Claire for stepping in for Gay, who is one of the latter. Online, we have Carol and Dick had the joy this past weekend of celebrating the wedding of their granddaughter Daisy to Brandon, surrounded by visiting family and friends. Congratulations. And Miss Melissa Rollins says, I will be celebrating with my son and daughter-in-law today from 2 to 4 at St. John's for their baby shower. Karen Prairie says, it's birthday season in our family. My daughter Ellie turned 25 on the 25th. Nice. My son Ian turned 28 on the 28th. Brother-in-law Mark's birthday was May 1st. Didn't turn 1, I'm guessing. April 25th was also Dad's birthday, and tomorrow would have been Mom's. It is birthday season indeed in your family. And good news, Nan Fox and David Mast welcomed their first grandchild this week. Adrian Marcus Mast, born early in Chicago, mother and baby doing well. Congratulations. I want to invite you into a spirit of prayer meditation with these words by Reverend Amy Zucker Morgenstern. Each of us is a flower with a delicate beauty our own. We may be like sunflowers, always turning toward the light. We may be like night-blooming flowers, only displaying our fragrant petals when it is dark and we think no one can see. We may be hothouse flowers, far from our native lands, cautiously tended within a harsh and unfamiliar climate. We may be gray-headed dandelions, eager to launch the new generation with the first strong gust of wind, past our own bright youth, but ready to pass our wisdom in precious gossamer-carried seeds. Some of us sometimes spring up overnight and fade in hot glare. Some of us sometimes are roses, slowly assembling petal after tightly wrapped petal, and revealing our full glory only when everything is in place. Sometimes we are roadside weeds, loveliness bursting improbably from dust and debris. May we offer our beauty with the simplicity of flowers, expecting no recognition, hoping for nothing, giving out what we are and knowing it is enough. May our lives bloom like flowers.
Today we honor one of the most uniquely Unitarian rituals, the first flower communion, as mentioned, performed by Reverend Norbert Kopek over 100 years ago. Our celebration of flower communion invites us to deepen our commitment to being together in community. When Reverend Kopek conducted the first flower communion, he asked people to bring flowers. Flowers he recognized illustrated the beauty and diversity in each of us. Every flower, even flowers of the same species, are different. Even those of us with similar backgrounds bring small variations in perspective, experience, and belief. Our ritual goes beyond a recognition of our wondrous diversity. In Reverend Kopek's ritual, he invited the congregation to bring their flowers forward, to put them in a vase, and by doing so, each person reenacted their choice to join together with others in one diverse community. At the end of Reverend Kopek's ritual, he invited members to leave the ritual with a different flower to represent that we are changed by our time together. In keeping with this tradition that honors diversity, we have continued to adapt it. We invite you now to bring those who are here to bring your flowers forward and place them in one of the vases we have in the front. Come up the same way you come for joys and concerns, okay? There's still a few flowers I see in the back if you don't have one. And then leave them up here, and later in the service, we'll invite you to pick up a different flower than the one you brought. I don't know if we asked you to play something, Stephen. Can you play something for us? Thank you. Come on up. Thanks, Amy. Start us off.
and lovely smelling congregation you are. I would like to invite our Split the Plate recipient forward to share about the Recovery Center.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joey Oakwood. I'm with the Outreach Committee, and it's my honor to introduce the Split the Plate recipient for May, which is the Recovery Center. I've gotten to work with the Recovery Center through my own job. That's where we make a lot of referrals. It's a really great organization. And just to give you all a reminder for Split the Plate, for today, if you want to give the entire donation to the Recovery Center, that's what the envelopes are for. Some are on the backs of chairs, and if you need any, there are folks that can hand them out to you. And so now I'd like to introduce Bill, who can tell you more about the Recovery Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Joey. Nope. I was just told, don't touch it. Thank you very much. And this is beautiful. And I needed this morning for a couple reasons. But I appreciate it very much. I appreciate you all very much. The Recovery Center has been working for 20 years doing what we do. What we do is we help people who are in recovery from mental illness to get back the things that they lost to their illness. A lot of times it's their family, it's their kids, their grandparents, their job, their social skills, all those things. And we do that in two different ways. We do it through a curriculum-based agenda. We offer 40 to 50 classes a week on all kinds of topics. There are 3 hills that we will die on. One is nutrition, one is sleep, and one is exercise. So we've all got classes available around those 3. And another thing that we do a lot of is creativity. We've got a lot of art classes. If you've ever been down to Final Friday, I think it is, at the Pendleton, we've got a pretty nice display there. Art is a big part of recovery for a lot of people. All of our funding comes from the mental health levy on the Hamilton County ballot every few years. Hamilton County has been committed to mental health for a long, long time. And we are the only organization in the state doing what we do, but we're getting a lot of attention because our outcomes are the best in town for the mental health providers in the city. Since our funding comes from the levy, we're really covered as far as our programming goes. Where we're not covered and where we have a huge opportunity is we've got about 15 to 20,000 young people, transitional age adults, who are coming to UC every year who are not from here. And we create a program called RC After Dark to serve that community, to give a safe third space to those people, to let them come together, talk about the issues that are affecting them. We have open mics, we do game nights, we do writing for healing workshops. And the theory behind that is if I can catch someone like myself who things went off the rails for me when I was about 40 years old, if I can help a young person so that they can correct those things now that don't add up to what happened to me, I love doing that. And so that's an opportunity that we have created that we really appreciate help with, and that is I think it's doing great things for the community and for those families that these young people create that are not then interrupted like mine was. So thank you all very, very much for what you're doing. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And again, I'll be spreading this message with my friends in my community. So I appreciate it very much.
And once again, if you need envelopes, raise your hand. Joetta's got them going around, and Ann's got some as well. You can, if you don't designate, then the plate is split. If you do designate, you can designate up to 100% via the envelopes of what you put in, or writing it on a check, right? Sure. Or writing it in the memo line of the check. Okay, Joey's giving me a thumbs up. I'm right there. So the offering that we take each Sunday isn't just a stale habit. It's an opportunity to recommit to this place and to this people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. May our offering help us practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation as tools to empower our mission. St. John's is committed to creating a safe and caring community, working for peace and social justice, and celebrating beliefs that respect freedom of thought. Thank you for sharing your gifts. as a part of Reverend Capek's ritual, they always did a consecration of the flowers. And last year we did that with his words. This year we are going to have you all do this. So we're going to divide you into two sides. And I've been thinking about, so this is the left side for you all. This is the right side. And I think you all could join the right side. Sound good? Sound good. You should see the words up on the screen. And you in the middle here, just decide. Like, you decide if you were on the left or the right side, and everyone will be accepting of that choice. Okay, so my right is left. So you all begin. These flowers we see before us, they come in many shades and colors. They come in many sizes and shapes. They carry different scents.
Is by the Reverend William Sinkford. In the presence of these flowers, these representatives of creation's profound beauty, diverse and unique, but related and interdependent, these flowers which come to us as gifts from we know not where, and which we in turn choose to bring to our shared and common altar as gifts to one another. In their presence, we turn our thoughts to the mystery beyond mysteries, to the most sacred, which we never understand fully, but which we are granted revelatory glimpses of in each of these flowers, in each of your faces, and through relationships with neighbors near and far. May they remind us of grace we have known in days past, forgiveness we have been granted and provided, love unearned and shared, recovery begun and established, generosity unforeseen and sacred. And may they inspire us now and in days to come to seek, to notice, to embrace, and to recreate beauty, to give unto the world as exuberantly as these flowers. Our spiritual support this morning turns especially to brothers and sisters around the world who share our faith. May the meaning and message of flower communion be alive in our hearts, inviting us to be faithful partners towards right relationship with all of our neighbors, near and far. Amen.
Please rise, embody your spirit, and we will sing hymn 305, De Calores. I expect...
All
Welcome to those of you who navigated roads to get here today, and welcome to those of you who joined us online. Today is our annual Flower Communion service. I wondered while driving through Cincinnati this weekend how many different kinds of flowers the flying pig runners passed as they moved through the city. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The earth laughs in flowers." Do the flowers in our city bring a bit of joy to those running the marathon today, or just those running the race of life? Flowers are lovely reminders of beauty and diversity in the world. Each of the flowers in our gathering here at St. John's today is different. They grew in different places. They have histories of their own. Each one of them looks even the tiniest bit different. When Reverend Norbert Capek created the Flower Communion in Prague 103 years ago, he did so because the congregation there wanted to celebrate the beauty and diversity in all of us. And it has become one of the most beloved traditions of Unitarianism and Unitarian Universalism around the world. And to honor that tradition, in just a couple minutes, you're going to be invited to come forward again and take a flower that is different from the one you brought with you today. Because these flowers are not only a reminder of the beauty and diversity that we individually bring to this space, they are a reminder that we are changed by our time together, that we leave with something new, something different, a unique beauty that has been brought to us by others. Have you ever imagined if each of us had only seen one flower in our life, we would know without a doubt what a flower looked like. But would we know what flowers looked like? If someone tried to describe a yellow rose to you when you knew a flower was a red tulip, would you believe them? It's a beautiful reminder that we need not all think alike to embrace a shared idea that this community is worth something, that increasing the sum total of love and joy in the world is worth our effort. Flowers remind us that joy comes from knowing one another, from being together in community, and from being impacted by the experience. Flowers remind us of the joy of living. I find that sometimes reflected in Elizabeth Tarbach's poem, Expect Life. She says, "Do not live too far in the past or future. Live now. In each moment, expect a miracle. 10 kinds of birds at the feeder, tracks of a fox in the snow. Pick up a magnifying glass and scrutinize the crocus. See the pollen at the center of the daffodil, life's dust, death-defying life. Be astonished at the flower, arrested by its beauty. Run naked through the garden early in the morning and hope the wild geese fly by." Not the flying pigs. Hope the wild geese fly by. Get silly and laugh loudly with your grandchildren or your grandparents. Refuse to leave the dead behind, but bring their memory to all your chores and games and corners of quiet, warm tears. Know that joy and sorrow are woven together. One cannot be without the other. If you love, know that sometimes your love will bring you tears. If you grieve, know it is because at some time you were willing to love. Do not be afraid to die today, but expect life. Do not be afraid to die, but expect life. We all know that flowers come and go. They do not live forever, but they live. And they bring great beauty and fragrance to the world while they are blooming. Yes, there are hard times in the world, sorrow, even death. But this must not stop us from celebrating life now. Must not stop us from laughing and loving now. My beloved spiritual companions, the earth laughs and flowers. May we continue to find joy and love in our time together in what we share. Our flower communion reminds us of the value of diversity in our spiritual communities. Our flower communion reminds us that we are changed by our time with one another. Our flower communion reminds us to laugh together with the earth. May it be so. Amen. Now, I invite each of you to come forward and choose a flower that is different from the one you placed in one of the vases. And notice how we kept having to add vases. As you do so, remember how important it is for us each to address this world with justice, love, and gentleness. As you take your flower, pay attention to its unique shape and beauty. This is a gift that someone else has shared with you, and it represents their humanity and presence in our world. want more flowers. So I'm going to invite you to take a couple of minutes for greeting your neighbor. And your prompt is, what does this flower say about you?
Didn't know before you picked it, right?
Pop quiz. What are we doing on time?
We will sing 1051. To make a special note. See where it says repeat that entire middle thing? We're not going to do that today. Okay, so we'll sing that middle part once and then we'll move on. But there are some repeats, so it's going to be a little confusing. So follow us and we'll all end up at the end together, I'm sure of it. Here we go, starting note.
May we celebrate the love, the diversity, the hope, the beauty we have found here. May we remember that even as winds blow, together our bouquet is beautiful. Go in love, go in peace, go celebrate May Day.